Hello everybody, my name is Justin and today I will be presenting on dwarfism. What is dwarfism? Dwarfism is a growth disorder. It is a shortness in height that results from a genetic or medical condition. Dwarfism is defined as an adult height of 4 feet 10 inches or less. The average adult height of dwarfism is 4 feet. There are two types of dwarfism: disproportionate dwarfism and proportionate dwarfism. In disproportionate dwarfism, there are some average-sized parts of the body and some shorter than normal parts of the body. In proportionate dwarfism, the individual is smaller than average all around, as you can see in the picture provided. So what is dwarfism? Dwarfism is not a disease. The Little People of America define dwarfism as a condition. The Little People of America is a nonprofit organization which provides support, resources, and information to individuals with dwarfism and their families. If you have dwarfism, there is great risk for some health problems. So some impairments. Physical impairment is short stature. Intellectual impairment, they are completely normal. Sensory impairment, they are also completely normal. And so is behavioral impairments. They are completely normal. Here are some physical characteristics. People with dwarfism have an average-sized trunk. People with dwarfism usually have shorter limbs, partially the upper portion of the legs and arms, short fingers with thumbs, and ring fingers set wide apart. People with dwarfism also have poor mobility elbows. Also, you will see bowed legs. People will have large head with a flat nose bridge and a high forehead. People with dwarfism commonly have curved lower spine, and they will also develop balance problems. Here are some classroom modifications. So because of dwarfism, they will have mobility issues. And as a teacher, it is your responsibility to help your student. So you will need to give your student with dwarfism extra time getting from class to class. Also, if your student has manual dexterity as an issue, you will need to provide them with extra time on tests, quizzes, and exams. So what is manual dexterity? Manual dexterity is the ability to use your hands in a skillful, coordinated way to grasp and manipulate objects and demonstrate small, precise movement. Another thing is with people who have dwarfism, they will miss assignments and class time because of medical appointments. They will have medical appointments scheduled maybe weekly, monthly, just to check in and see how they're doing, see their physical stuff, see what needs help, if they need medication and treatment. So because of this, you can get with your student, give them your number, your email, and work out times when you can call them to fill them in on what they missed and assignments they can do to catch up with the class. Some athletic modifications, you know, because of their short stature, it doesn't mean that they can't compete in regular sports as you and I. So what I found interesting was track and field. So in our regular track and field meets, you will see 100-meter, 200-meter, 400-meter hurdles, shot put, javelin throws, and they're more than capable of doing this as well. But some modifications are the races won't be as far. So instead of your typical 100-meter, they'll break it down to a 20-meter race, 40-meter race, and so on and so forth. Also with hurdles, because hurdles can be a little higher than their height, as you can see in the picture, they'll bring the hurdles down for them to jump over. Shot put tosses, everything is completely normal and sane. Yeah. So prevalence and prognosis. This was kind of mind blowing for me when I was researching this, but there are more than 300 different conditions that can cause dwarfism. Achondroplasia is the most common type of dwarfism. Achondroplasia is a genetic condition that affects about 1 in 15,000 to 1 in 4,000 people, 40,000 people. The prognosis depends on the cause of dwarfism because there are so many, it's hard to tell. So because there are so many, I picked 3 that I found interesting. So achondroplasia, as you know, is the most common type of dwarfism. People with achondroplasia have an average-sized trunk and shortened upper parts of their arms and legs. People who have achondroplasia has a dominant pattern in inheritance. 80% of people with achondroplasia have average-sized parents. If inherited 2 forms, they are unlikely to live for more than a few days after birth, which is very sad. My second one is Dwarfism. Dwarfism is a genetic disorder, also called GH insensitive. So GHS receptors become abnormal. Growth hormone secretion is usually normal or high, but hormone cannot stimulate growth because of the abnormal GHS receptors, this causing dwarfism. This last one I picked on dwarfism was very unique to me. This one is called psychogenetic dwarfism. So psychogenetic dwarfism occurs in children with exposed to extreme emotional deprivation or stress. The short stature is because of deficiency in growth hormone. This is also called stress dwarfism. So this one was really interesting to me because your child is completely normal. There's no growth disorder, growth defect in the bones. But because of the extreme amount of stress that the child is exposed to, growth hormone does not get produced, therefore causing short stature. So diagnosis. Because there are so many different types of dwarfism, there are only so many ways that you can diagnose each one. So some forms of dwarfism are evident in utero, at birth, or during infancy, and can be diagnosed through x-rays, physical exams, and an ultrasound. So some treatments. Dwarfism. There is no cure for dwarfism. Treatments are usually aimed at reducing complications. So as you can see in the picture below, here's a girl that has dwarfism, and surgery may help stabilize and correct the shape of the spine. There is also hormone therapy that may increase final height in some cases, but usually not. So some causes of dwarfism. A common cause of dwarfism is genetic mutation that affects bone growth. There are tumors that are developed, which compress and destroy the normal cells secreting GH. So the pituitary secretes hormones that are essential to growth and reproduction. So because the hormone blocks the pituitary gland that produces growth hormone to stimulate our growth, this causes them to become short. If you have any questions, you can email me, or in La Lima, you can comment below. But thank you guys for watching.